Hello Year 4, how are you today? I hope you are well, and today we're going to continue our maths learning on describing position. So here's the in focus, and we are back to Charles and his fly, and we can see that he has invented a way to describe the position of the fly. How do you think this problem is the same or different to the last in focus we looked at? What do you think these numbers mean? What does the 3 refer to? And how about the 6? Can you explain Charles's method? What does 3, 6 mean? So today we are looking at how to describe a position using what is called coordinates. That means grid reference numbers, just as Charles used. So if we have a look at what the 6 means, we can see here that F is 6 units from the x-axis. Here is the x-axis, and the fly is 6 units away from it. Let's look at the 3. We can see that the fly is 3 units from the y-axis. There's the y-axis, and it is 3 units away from it. So we call 3, 6 the coordinates of point F. Have you noticed that the first number shows us the horizontal or side-to-side distance, and the second number shows us the vertical or up and down distance? One way to remember this is you go along the corridor and up the stairs. So here's the guided practice, and for one we are going to use coordinates to describe the positions of a bee, a spider and a fly. And I'm going to do the first one with you. So if I start with the bee, what are the coordinates? Remember, our first number is the horizontal one along the corridor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. Our second number is vertical up the stairs, 1 unit. Next, we have to say how many units B is from the x-axis. So here's the x-axis, and it is 1 unit away. Also ask us how many units B is from the y-axis. Here is the y-axis, and we can see that it is 5 units away. So now you need to do the same for the spider and the fly. At the bottom, it tells us that a moth, represented by M, is at 3, 4. Can you put this on the grid? Remember, the 3 tells us the horizontal position, and the 4 tells us the vertical position. Where should we put it? And is it closest to B, S, or to F? So here is the second part of the guided practice today. And it tells us that a quadrilateral, that's a 4-sided shape, has vertices or corners called P, Q, R and S. And it gives us the coordinates to plot them or put them on the grid. So let's look at P together. It tells us that it is at 1, 5. So 1 is my horizontal position along the corridor, and 5 is my vertical position up the stairs. So P goes here. Now you need to put on Q, R and S. And then you have to say what type of quadrilateral or 4-sided shape is PQRS. So here is the worksheet, and in question 1 you need to describe the positions of these points using coordinates. So P is how many units from the y-axis, and then how many units is it from the x-axis, and then you have to write the coordinates here. For 2, you are again describing the positions using coordinates. But you also need to see what four-sided shape the points make. And can you name that shape? In question 3, you need to plot or put on the grid the other two vertices, corners, of the square EFGH and write down the coordinates. E and F are already here. So what do you know about the properties of a square that will help you find G and H? So here are the answers to question 1. And here are the answers to question 2. And finally, here are the answers to question 3. Okay, so here is today's extra challenge. As always, it's up to you if you want to do the challenges or not. The first one is quite fun. You have to find the coordinates to spell your name. So we have all the letters of the alphabet here, and then you'll need to find the coordinates to spell out your name. You could even do the names of your family if you wanted to. And the next challenge is a bit of reasoning. If the blue dot is at position 4, 4, what could the red and green dot coordinates be? Well, that's it from me today. The guided practice worksheet challenges and some graph paper will be on the website, and I hope you have a lovely day. I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye.